Hello, beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and you, just as amazing individual. Today, I would like to speak about when you wake up in the morning, setting an intent and an atmosphere for what you wish to experience every day. What I like to do when I wake up is, of course, have a few prayers. That sets the state of being, the stage of atmospheric presence that is helpful for the day forward when it comes to studying, when it comes to perceiving and reflecting, and also, of course, communication. To me, it is highly important to actually set the stage of the day because you start the day with a stream. You do not go helter-skelter with with many separate experiences. Your whole day is kind of one stream of experiencing. By you setting the intention and the intent to, use the day as optimal and effective, but also as lovingly and as enjoyable as possible. If it is possible to have an enjoyable day that day. You see, we do have different moods and karma and so on that might come in, and we might have lower days than other days, which is completely normal. Of course, we can choose also to extend that duration of that bad day by, using our personal commentary on it, or we can use our individual power to truly get to know it and to truly explore it. It is only about bravery and courage. So by setting the stage of you wish to have, you can set up anything truly. You wish to have a close relation to the divine, you wish to commune with them at this day, you wish to immerse yourself in spiritual pictures, and you wish for yourself to, help others. That is always my intent. If I don't set that intent and I only do this for myself, it will lose its value. It won't have anything purposeful to be, which is why I speak about everything I myself immerse myself in. It is putting out the exploration of my researches and the way I live and what I know. It is important to be honest and sincere when you do this. I love to use my day to stimulate every faculty I have, because if you do not stimulate it, it will settle and it will harden. The older you become, the less you use it, which is why I keep myself flexible. And it is important to keep yourself flexible, using your thinking, using your feeling, using your willing to truly get to know your physical body, your etheric body, your astral body, and your ego. Or you use your ego to get to know these 6 others. Of course, it is kind of like waking up your ego to all of these. It truly is about being aware of these concepts. And these concepts are concrete. They are very much reality. That is important. So we don't just willy-nilly dream ourselves into some hazy, fantastical stuff. That is when we will be led astray by Lucifer. He is very fantastical and imaginary. So by truly connecting the spiritual, you lift up the physical to the spiritual, where you see all around you is the Christ and the kingdom of God. When you truly can awaken that to a conscious way of being, where when you go out of your door, you have a certain state of being. It is about what is going to happen now, and you stay from a certain spiritual scientific standpoint. Of course, when you are with close friends and close relatives and so on, you do not allow yourself to be that analytical, because you kind of feel like you are scrutinizing. Of course, in some areas, scrutinization can be very helpful. It is only about finding out what the intention is. Intention is everything. So by setting intent and by setting the atmosphere, you are put out, the presence. It is a little hard to explain, but believe me, It truly is about willpower. How steady can you hold this divine stream, this spiritual stream, until you forget it and get distracted by something else? That is what I mean by having one continuous stream for the whole day. You know how many times we get distracted and get in a small trance here and there in the whole day. Think about that. You know this is happening constantly. Taking up your phone, scrolling, and all of a sudden you lose yourself for a tiny moment. That is, well, you need to strengthen your will to actually be able to sit within your own body and observe. This distraction is weakening our will. It is weakening our sense of reality, of what is around us, what is our senses tells us, what is our emotion tells us. By putting your ego inside your body again so that you can observe and absorb truly with observational intent. Of course, objective, lovingly. You do not judge and you do not put anything down that you see. You just feel and see what comes and don't put any commentary on it. That is how you absorb experiences. And when you come home or when you are by yourself, you reflect on these experiences. See what happened, who did you meet, what came out of it, was it something from them that might have been a spiritual message from the higher realms and so on. Because many times you get the right message at the right time from certain people if you truly have faith in it. I promise you they express themselves everywhere, the higher beings, and especially through our inner world. They of course are also in the outer, in the elements and in the mineral, etheric, astral and ego. But it is also about truly connecting all of these to become one human being and truly have a certain control of them. It is about becoming the captain of your own ship again. And when you set intent, when you choose to set an intent, that is freedom, and you will be supported in that way. That is at least my experience of it. And you can try it. Try to set intents. Try to be awake and use the day to see where that will take you. Because it is definitely interesting, to say the least. If nothing else, it is actually mind-boggling and mysterious and enigmatic. Of course, if you haven't experienced it, you will not even understand what I'm talking about. But that is how it is. It is hard to explain inner, subjective, spiritual experiences, but these subjective spiritual experiences can be awakened within every single person, and the subjective are lifted up to the objective. That is what our purpose is, our task, to truly see every differences as divine. We wouldn't be all with different shapes, different personality, different moods, different temperaments if we are not supposed to explore it. It's not like we got punished with being unique. That is just silly. We are here to truly cultivate it. That is what in setting intent for yourself means. And you can set whatever intent you like. Just set an intent. Set a focus. Set a stream. And that is how you can, in the end of the day, look back at your whole day and truly reflect upon whatever you have experienced without having all of these dark spots where we fell to a trance. Of course, it is allowed to relax here and there. You need rest sometimes, and then certain of these can help. Personally, even when I relax, I can't ever let myself go to be in a trance. I need to observe everything. It is just hey, the way it became in the end through training. And I wouldn't give it away for anything in the world, believe me. It is a gift. It truly is a gift being able to sit in the center and to be able to experience what is to be experienced. Have faith that what is coming, small events, greater events, beings we meet, beings we communicate with, Everything has its place, and everything helps you becoming a deeper and more expanded human being. Of course, we can put personal connotation that it is an attack, or I am a victim, and everything is everyone else's fault. But then you resign your own responsibility to everyone else. And you cannot do something about your own inner being. That is why it's important to take responsibility for our own inner world. If you can't do that, it will be very hard to change yourself, very hard to transform, because everyone else has your power. You have given away everything. And that is why you set your own intent. You become your own captain. You become your own guide and your own support. When you become your own support, the higher become your own support. Because you need to embrace them too, of course. It is not you alone that does this. The higher realms does not take lightly on saying, it was all me. It was all me. You wouldn't even be able to comprehend anything without them. That is the thing. We wouldn't have a physical body without them. We wouldn't have an ego, an astral or an etheric body if we didn't have them. They are behind everything, and they are shaping our being, and they are helping us in our thinking, feeling and willing if we allow the good, progressive, transforming and healing spirits to grab their hand and to transform everything dark, everything shortcoming, everything flaw to light. And then I mean transforming the dark to light, not killing it. We are reincarnated. That means evil is also reincarnated. No matter how much we try to remove it from the face of this earth, it will never happen. No matter how much we like to believe so, because they will more or less reincarnate immediately again. That is what the dark and black magicians and those that are, steeped in insanity and evil ends up with, because they don't have much, they are shorter and shorter in Kamaloka and reincarnate faster and faster, so that they barely change when they come into this world again. By you transforming your shortcomings, by me transforming my shortcomings, we help the world transform their shortcomings. If we have not transformed our shortcomings and we go criticize another's shortcomings, there is a saying in the Bible there, why do you comment on your brother's, a speck in your brother's eye when you have a beam in your own? Which is why I always say to you, we have flaws, we do have shadows, and none of us are perfect. But here is also the thing, King Solomon was not perfect either, but he had sublime wise wisdom that helped people. Think about that. We should not wait until we are perfect until we speak about what is right to speak about, obviously. The more you speak about spirituality and your inner world, the more you get to know it. Hence we speak about it, and you train and practice by speaking. You put it out into pictures and tableaus and imaginations and such, so that you can put it out for understanding and observation. I think this was everything. It was a little helter-skelter here, but that is also what spiritual work is. You take what comes and you enjoy what comes. So set your intent. Just try it for, let's say, a week. You can not do it too. Of course, you will get no result of it, but you see, this is what not forcing anyone is. It is about, you can do what you like. I don't force you to do anything. I don't want you to follow me. I don't want you to take up my spiritual work. But if you do not do any spiritual work, you will not get anywhere. You will lose more and more touch with the Devakan, the moral and ethical realm, the realm of love, and you will become colder and colder in materialism. Materialism is all about numbers, all about calculations, and it has no qualities or emotions of its own. It is detached, cold, calculating knowledge. And that is why you include yourself in everything. Because when you include yourself, your whole being in everything, you can truly devote your whole being to reverence for everything. That includes also math. But math is only an instrument. It is not meant to count all human beings and put them as numbers without qualities. That is when you dehumanize people. That is when you become nothing. You just become, yeah. And then you take the archive out and check the number, and it is so easy to put out results thereby. It is bonkers to me. It is so detached from reality as can be whatsoever. You can never calculate a human being in math. You can never calculate a human being in physics, in any kind of material science. You only study the corpse. Our behaviors that comes from our inner soul, our creative inspirations, our open observation and reflection and contemplation of the world around us cannot be explained by materialism. You lose 3/4 of the whole picture, or not the whole picture. You lose 6. We are a sevenfold human being, and you are pointing out one part of human being. Think about how much you leave out. So, taking up spirituality allows you truly to find out what is whole about a human being. The physical body, which we share with the minerals, the etheric body, which we share with the plants. And as you see the plants die and reawaken every morning, is the reflection of us going to sleep and awakening. Then we have the astral body, which we share with animals, movement and pains and pleasures, instincts, but also higher faculties of the astral, which is imagination, intuition, inspiration, and also the moral and aesthetic realm, the lower Devakan and the higher Devakan. And then we also have the spirit self, the life spirit and the spirit man. We have so many different things to focus on in the spiritual, which the physical can't even see, but we have a reflection of it in our physical being. So our nervous system is a reflection of our astral, and our etheric body is reflected by the glandular, and our ego is reflected in our blood. The higher faculties is not reflected on the physical plane at all, because it is given from higher beings. We have to cultivate it through higher beings right now, because it has not become results yet. That is the difference. And, well, being melancholic in materialism, I don't wish that upon anyone. Seriously. It is completely cut off in coldness. And you only care about blood ties and blood relations and tribalism and your own group. You can barely get outside of yourself. This is, of course, extreme cases of materialism. These are people that become more or less fanatically material. And they are those that are most aggressive in it too. But don't mind them. These people cannot will not be deterred. They will not be convinced. They wish to feel this way. And we feel compassion, love and compassion. So I think this was everything. It was a little on a half depressing note there, but I do not mean to attack materialism in that regard, but I wish to show you that by only embracing materialism, you have 1/7 of the whole human being. And you would want the whole picture. That helps immeasurably when you are trying to captain your own ship. Think about if you just became a captain and you don't know diddly squat about steering your ship whatsoever. You're going to steer it straight into a rock or something, or you won't even be able to steer it. You will be dragged everywhere. By you knowing your inner faculties, your physical, etheric, astral, ego, spirit self, life spirit, and spirit man. And also thinking, feeling, and willing. You can start to grab a hold of your inner faculties, mastering yourself. They are fully experiential and they can be experienced right here and now through, well, you need to be faithful and curious. You can't just be skeptical. If you're skeptical, you have already resigned yourself to a result. And that is kind of degrading to the divine being, so they wish for trust and respect, and then you will be given whatever is needed in the moment. And this was everything. I love you all. Thank you so much. May the divine Christ, Holy Spirit, Father, Michael, Urifiel, and all the hierarchy bless you, protect you, guide you, and love you on your path to unfolding your being, your humanness, your I-ness, your personality, your love for the world, your appreciation for Christ and God and the Holy Spirit. Thank you so much. Goodbye.